Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna talk some NFL football today, but first I wanna show you this. I just had my second baby and my sister-in-law got me this newborn onesie, and it's so cute. It has my daughter's first and middle name on it. I just think it's like the most adorable thing ever, so I'm so obsessed and can't wait to put this on her. She's in the NICU right now at Children's Hospital. So yeah, we're gonna keep praying for her and move on to one of the best things that's happening. It is now the NFL playoffs. We have made it officially through another NFL season. Congratulations. So much great football happened today, and so that's what we are going to talk about. First off, we'll start off with the Queen City. That's where I am. The Bengals play Baltimore and won. Of no surprise to anybody, Lamar Jackson did not play. I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent. Speaking about Lamar, he was hurt about maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago and has not played. I think it speaks to Lamar's talent that he was able to really rest and not worry about having to get his team to the playoffs, because he did such a great job in the beginning of the season that it wasn't needed for him to come back and fight for a playoff position. They were going to get in regardless. No one thought otherwise. Unfortunately, though, for Lamar, I really do think it's time for you to say goodbye to Baltimore. Baltimore has seen you play for the last 3, 4, 5 years. They have gathered enough evidence and tape that they don't want to pay you. They just don't. If they wanted to, they would have done it already. I feel really bad for you, Lamar, because I think there's like whack quarterbacks like Deshaun Watson who got his money after all the drama he was involved in. Russell Wilson came from Seattle and is literally like playing his way out of the Hall of Fame and got his money leading Denver to a disastrous, 4-12? My gosh, like, it's so embarrassing. I just feel like Lamar, you've given the league enough evidence to show what you can do. Your God-given talent was in your legs and you worked your butt off to develop your arm game. And you need to go to a team that feels like they're as lucky to have you as you are to play for them. It's not Baltimore. I love John Harbaugh. I think he's a great coach. From what I hear, he really likes Lamar. But unfortunately, the owners don't want to pay you. And if they were going to, I think it's fairly certain to say that it would have happened by now. You don't want to risk your market value by playing for a team that really doesn't consider you to be what they want. It's sad, and I'm sorry, because you've really given that Baltimore has built their team around you. So they should be damn lucky to have you. They're not showing it in terms of their wallet, so you need to say bye. Point blank. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know how you want to look at it. The Bengals are the number 3 spot in the league. Therefore, the Bengals will be playing the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card game. Because Lamar hasn't played, he is a little bit rusty. I don't know. I think absolutely the Cincinnati Bengals can beat the Ravens, but Lamar Jackson is a force to be reckoned with. He's a very good quarterback, and I think this is a really telling season for him of what's getting ready to happen. A lot is on the line, actually, for Lamar in Baltimore. Cincinnati is playing lights out right now. They didn't have the greatest third quarter, in my opinion. They got off to a really, really good start in the first half. Now, Baltimore rested like half of their starters. So, and I'm being facetious, not half of their starters, but Baltimore rested a lot of their starters. So the defense was really easily able to pick apart The Baltimore Ravens offense didn't really have much on offense. But we've got a very, very, very strong contending offense. We've got, hands down, one of the top 3 or 4, definitely top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. And I think we can really do some damage on our road to the Super Bowl. I really think Cincinnati, we're playing at a really good time right now. I think we've won 8 games in a row. We're headed into the playoffs with some momentum behind us. So I keep talking as if I'm on the team. We, us. The Cincinnati Bengals are really heading into the playoffs with momentum on their side. So it's going to be anybody's game. It's going to be a very good game. And we do have home field advantage. So the Cincinnati Bengals do have home field advantage. So that's where the game's going to be played next week. Moving on to the Cowboys. It's of no shock the Cowboys are in the playoffs. They've got a fantastic team. They lost to the Commanders. I don't really think they cared either way. Their position was secure. They are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The thing that really just irks me about the Cowboys is they have such a talented roster. They've got an amazing offensive line. They've got a lights-out defense. And I just feel like the leader of the leader of this team that can make it all crumble down is their quarterback. Dak Prescott is not, he's just not able to hang with the top 5, top 6 quarterbacks in the league. Dak Prescott is very, very, very average. If you want to be nice, you could say he's above decent. But Dak Prescott has consistently showed us in these last 6-7 years, he's consistently showed us that he's not consistent. And it doesn't matter how loaded the offensive line is. It doesn't matter how quick the defense is. It doesn't matter how much experience the coaching staff has. It doesn't matter how big the check Jerry Jones writes is. It doesn't matter. Dak Prescott finds a way to beat himself. The Cowboys should hands down be able, it shouldn't even be a conversation that the Cowboys can beat Tampa Bay. And I think they might. But you never really know the quarterback you're going to get with Dak Prescott. Are you going to get the Dak Prescott that played amazing against the Eagles? Now, the Eagles didn't have their starting quarterback, but that's more of a defensive conversation. Dak Prescott played amazing. That's your starting quarterback. Or are you going to get the quarterback that throws 14 interceptions in 11 games that he played? And if you throw some interceptions in these playoff games, you're going to lose, especially against these teams that have the offense to be able to recuperate, get those points, and make you pay for those interceptions. Time and time again, the Cowboys beat themselves, and it starts with the quarterback. Every single time, it starts with the quarterback. And Dak is just really, he's done all he can do. He's just an inconsistent quarterback, and your inconsistencies are going to end up biting you in the ass on your way to the Super Bowl. If there was any year that I could say, my gosh, let's get excited, the Cowboys really have a chance, it's this year. But with Dak as your starting quarterback, sorry, every game is in question. And unfortunately, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's in question. So good luck to Dak. I really hope that he shows up because his fans deserve it. This is a stud of a team that they have right now. They've got some serious offensive weapons. Their defense is relentless, but it does not matter if your starting quarterback is Dak Prescott. It just doesn't matter. Okay. So we're moving on to the Packers. They played Detroit in the last game of the regular season. So Seattle Seahawks won their game, and by default, Detroit was no longer able to compete for a playoff position. The only thing they could do was stop the Packers from getting in. So Detroit did beat the Packers, and thus Aaron Rodgers misses the playoffs. This is going to be a revolving door, it seems like, on this video today, but the Packers need to split ways with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, it's time for you to start looking for other teams. It's Aaron Rodgers, you have more games behind you than you do have in front of you. It's of no secret to anybody that Aaron Rodgers really is he's the star of this team. He is the team. Without Aaron Rodgers, this team doesn't really have much of a shot anywhere. A couple years ago, the Green Bay Packers in the draft did not tell Aaron Rodgers that they were going for a quarterback and jumped up a couple spots to go get Jordan Love. And then Aaron Rodgers came back and won an MVP the next year. He was shoving that middle finger to everybody in the ownership. But it's time. It's time. Jordan Love needs to be able to, the owners need to be able to see if Jordan Love is their future. Aaron Rodgers, you are not the future of Green Bay anymore. And I feel bad because Mike McCarthy was your coach for a long time. I feel like he wasted some of the best years of Aaron Rodgers and what he had to offer. Now, it speaks to how good Aaron Rodgers is for the fact that he was able to take his team and even give them the opportunity to play for a playoff position, because they had a horrific first 60% of the season. It was just really bad. They were losing horribly. Aaron Rodgers was playing with some rookie offensive guys. His wide receivers were rooks, and it was just, there was no chemistry, and it was very apparent. He was very frustrated. He doesn't really have any camaraderie with the offensive line, with anybody on the team. It's just, and it showed. It was very, very apparent during the first, I would say, 9 games. Is very apparent that things were just off. Something was missing. And Aaron Rodgers talks about retirement a lot. I think that is his way of sometimes feeling like he might be bullying the owners in Green Bay. That may be his carrot that he's dangling. That may be his way of playing chess, of putting it out there that he's thinking about retiring, but then he pulls it back, and then he thinks about retiring again, but then he goes off and has an MVP season. And it's just a lot of manipulation by Aaron Rodgers. Which, whatever, I get it. You're trying to hold on to your playoff spot your starting position by any means necessary. Great, but it's you're not doing yourself any favors. I think there's enough teams in the NFL that need a quarterback, and you are still in the top, I would say, 8-9 quarterbacks in the league. I would say you're definitely top 10, top 15. Like I said, might even be top 8. But you got to go somewhere else. I think that this year was telling for a lot of players. This year has been telling, like I said for Lamar. I think this year has been very telling for you, Aaron Rodgers. There has been so much that has gone wrong in Green Bay, and half the time I don't even think you even want to be there. I just think you enjoy manipulation and enjoy playing this chess game with the Green Bay Packers. I really do. So they're going to have to figure some things out. They do not have a specific owner in Green Bay, which I didn't know that up until a couple years ago. They have a franchise of people that own individual pieces of the Green Bay Packers. They do not have just one owner. it's kind of been to their detriment, I think, that they don't have an owner. Because had they had one singular person making decisions, I think this Aaron Rodgers thing would have been put to bed a long time ago. They don't. It's okay. It's small town Wisconsin. I get it. And I'm not trying to be derogatory by saying small town. It just is. I think I've heard multiple times that it's like the smallest like city with an NFL team or something like that. But they don't have a one singular billionaire owner. They just don't. And like I said, I think it's worked to the detriment of the team. Because I think if they would have had an owner, Aaron Rodgers would have left a long time ago. He would have been traded a long time ago. You don't go up spots in the draft to go pick a quarterback without telling your present quarterback for no reason at all. They did that on purpose, and Aaron Rodgers came back and retaliated, and I think we're just in this like tug of war, like going back and forth of who can make the next big mark. And right now it's not working out. I'm sorry, Aaron, your time has come. I think it's really time for the Packers to have the hard conversation and to send you on your way. So this is episode 2, I guess. We just ran down everything that happened almost today with the games that happened, and we are headed, like I said, into wild card season. Yeah, let's get ready for some football. Let's get ready for some playoff football, guys. All right, talk to you soon.